Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into something I think a lot of us wrestle with. That exhausting question, who am I really? Spoiler alert, trying to nail that answer down might be making your life harder than it needs to be. What if I told you that life gets way easier when you stop obsessing over finding the real you and just start living? Stick around because we're going to unpack why identity isn't a puzzle to solve, it's a process to embrace. So let's get into that. So picture this. You're in your teens or your 20s, maybe even older. You're lying awake at night and you're wondering, who am I? What's my purpose? What's the real me? Does that sound familiar? I know I've been there spiraling over what I'm supposed to be or what makes me me. The thing, we're taught to think our identity is like a treasure chest and we have to find and unlock it. But that's actually a trap. It's like chasing a mirage. You keep running, but you never quite actually get there. And it's exhausting. Now, why? Because life isn't static. It's messy, it's unpredictable, and it's always changing. So why do we expect ourselves to be some fixed final version that we can just figure out? Psychologists like Dan McAdams, who studied how we build our sense of self, say that identity isn't a product, it's a story that unfolds over time. You don't find yourself, you become yourself through situations you face, the choices you make, and the way you show up. So let's flip the script on that. Instead of asking, who am I? Try asking, who do I want to be in this moment? That's where the magic happens. Okay, so let's break this down. Think about your life like it's a jazz song. There's a core melody, your values, the stuff that matters to you, but how you play it depends on the moment. Are you with your best friend? Are you at a tough job? Are you facing a big decision? Each situation pulls out a different part of you. And that's not being fake, it's just being human. And there's research to back this up. Social identity theory from psychologists like Henry Tajfel shows we have multiple versions of ourselves based on context, like how you're a different person at work versus with your family. And that's not a flaw, it's just a feature. Your identity isn't one rigid thing, it's a process that evolves as you're navigating life. And the cool part, over time, you start to notice the patterns. Maybe you keep standing up for people who are being treated unfairly. Maybe you light up when you're helping someone solve a problem. Those patterns, they're the breadcrumbs of who you are. You don't need to search for your identity. It's already showing up in how you live. And here's where it gets freeing. You don't have to control it all. Ellen Langer, a psychologist who studies the illusion of control, says we stress ourselves out when we try to force everything to fit a perfect plan. Life doesn't actually work that way, and neither does identity. Let go of the need to have it all figured out, and you'll feel a weight lift off your shoulders. So, why does letting go of this find yourself pressure make life easier? Because when you stop trying to pin down the real you, you free up energy to actually live. You stop overthinking and you just start doing. You start trusting that who you are will show up naturally as you face challenges, make choices, and grow. So think about it, right? The moments that define you aren't the ones where you're sitting alone overanalyzing your personality. They're the times that you stepped up, like when you helped a friend through a rough patch or when you pushed through fear to try something new. Those moments are your identity in action. Here's a real world example. I used to stress about whether I was authentic enough in my videos. Was I being the real me? But then I realized my authenticity comes from just showing up and sharing what I've learned and connecting with you. And that's not a script that I have to memorize. It's just a process that I'm living right now. And science backs this up. Studies on mindfulness like those by Kirk Brown and Richard Ryan show that being present, focusing on the moment instead of obsessing over who you are, leads to less stress and more clarity. When you let go of the need to define yourself, you start to see yourself more clearly. All right, so how do you actually do this? How do you stop chasing who you are and start living as yourself? Here are 3 quick tips. 1, focus on the moment. Next time you're stressing about who you are, ask, who do I want to be right now? Maybe it's being kind, brave, or honest in that situation. Act on that, and you're already building your identity. Number 2, notice your patterns. Pay attention to what keeps showing up in your life, like what makes you feel alive. What do you keep coming back to even when it's hard? Those are clues to your core values. Number 3, let go of control. You don't have to have it all figured out. Life's going to throw curveballs, and that's okay. Trust that you'll learn who you are by just showing up and not by forcing a perfect answer. So, here's the takeaway. Life gets easier when you stop trying to figure out who you are and start embracing who you're becoming. Your identity isn't a box to check, it's a story that you're writing every day through every choice, every challenge, every moment. So let go, show up, and trust that process, and you're already on your way. What do you think? Have you ever felt stuck trying to find yourself? If you can drop a comment below, I'd love to hear your story. And if you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with a friend, and subscribe for more videos like this one. Until next time, I'll see you guys later.